Here we go. All right, let's roll down. We're rolling camera. Awesome, fucking awesome.
Lynyrd Skynyrd. Yeah, once before, I think.
I'm originally from Israel. I love Lynyrd Skynyrd. I love Free Bird. Every time I get to hear this song, I just keep playing it. I can't stop.
But I was playing a lot of Guitar Hero when I was young, so Free Bird was one of my favorite songs. And I actually didn't know that Lynyrd Skynyrd was the artist.
Lynyrd Skynyrd is some music that I've grown up with.
Sweet Home Alabama as well.
Sweet Home Alabama.
My favorite one's Simple Man. I absolutely love it. I get definitely into it.
I'm a 90s baby.
I'm a 90s baby.
I grew up on Hanson.
Yeah, I listened to rap and hip hop.
Justin Bieber when I was in middle school, you know, when he first came out.
I myself am from Florida.
I was born and raised in southern Oklahoma.
I grew up with Lynyrd Skynyrd playing in my household.
And I grew up playing a lot of Lynyrd Skynyrd music.
I saw them when I was in high school.
I played in band with some of the guys.
They play with a chip on their shoulder every night.
I'm an old southern rocker.
For my 16th birthday, they were playing 3 days later, and I wanted to get my driver's license and drive out to Texas to go see them play from LA to Texas 3 days after I got my license. But I didn't pass my driver's test, so good thing for the highways, I guess.
I remember the day the news came on and Lynyrd Skynyrd's plane crashed.
And I had no idea that they died in a plane crash.
Music died for us on that day.
Well, I remember the Lynyrd Skynyrd plane crash. I was 10 years old.
Yeah, I remember I was like 17 and in high school. It was a big deal.
Oh, I don't remember the plane crash. I do listen to some of their music.
I wasn't old enough to remember what happened.
I was about 8 years old when that happened, but my sister was in high school at the time. She was a senior. She was just a wreck.
I am definitely the world genius on the Rolling Stones. And I've liked Skynyrd because to me they were somehow represented as the American version of the Rolling Stones. 7 guys, they look like they just crawled out from under a rock, kind of scary looking. And I go, who are these people? Who are these strange magical people?
It's been a long road, my brother, one that has no end. The sun, it rises and sets. I'm glad to be your friend.
I need to introduce Artemis, the legend, Artemis Pyle from the real.
Right on, right.
My name is Artemis Pyle. I was born Thomas Pyle. Artemis is a nickname I got in college, but it's stuck. It's on all my albums. I'm the drummer of the real Lynyrd Skynyrd. The movie is about the plane crash that we had in October of 1977. I'm here in Los Angeles, California. Today we did the first table read of the movie Street Survivor. And I got to meet all the actors and actresses that are going to play my band members and my friends, our pilot and co-pilot.
I'm Ian. I'll be playing Artemis Pyle.
That's the guy playing me.
Yeah. The guy playing me kind of looks like me. The guy playing Steve kind of looks like Steve, very, very close.
And you're playing Gary. Gary? Oh man, you look like Gary.
Navarone Garibaldi, playing Gary Rossington.
My name is Dean Goodman. I'm a journalist in Los Angeles, and I collaborated with Artemis Pyle on his memoir.
It's Street Survivor, Keeping the Beat in Lynyrd Skynyrd.
This is the first and last book that will be written by a member of Lynyrd Skynyrd.
From the band proper, Gary and I are the only ones left.
They're all either dead or just not inclined to put pen to paper. Artemis is the last man standing.
Hi, I'm Christina St. Peter, and I'm playing Patricia Pyle.
Hi, I'm Julie Zimmer, and I'm playing JoJo.
Hey, I'm Lelia Symington. I'm playing Cassie.
Hey, I'm Sierra Antasio, and I'm playing Leslie Hawkins.
And we are the Honkettes!
The girls that they have playing them are really good. They're very close. All of the actors and actresses portraying, I think this is going to be a winner.
I think this movie is going to be amazing. Of course, it would be even better if I was in the movie, but apart from that, I'm really excited to see it.
I'm Nick Chandler, and I'm playing Leon Wilkeson.
I'm Taylor Clift, and I'm going to be playing Ronnie Van Zant.
It's kind of cool that all the guys that are playing the roles actually play the instruments.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Everyone loves Artemis, apart from the one lady who's still convinced he's worse than Charles Manson, his former girlfriend, the mother of his 2 daughters, who agreed to meet up with me on the beach in Jacksonville, and we sat down on the sand and we discussed Artemis for an hour and a half. And it was a bit difficult listening to what she had to say because she has nothing nice to say about Artemis. But I'm extremely grateful to her for taking the time to speak with me and for giving me this other perspective on Artemis. And so in this book, we have Artemis's former girlfriend, 1.5 pages, saying what an asshole this guy is. And Artemis was man enough to approve this. He has built up so much goodwill over the decades, and people know he is the victim of much injustice.
Well, Judy Van Zant, who is Ronnie Van Zant's widow, she doesn't want us to use any of the music because she's mad at me because I have talked about over the years her greed. And I just want to make sure that word comes out, greed. You know, she's going to send a bunch of lawyers after us.
Several surviving members of Lynyrd Skynyrd have filed a lawsuit against the Southern rock band's former drummer to halt the production of a movie depicting the 1977 plane crash that killed lead singer Ronnie Van Zant, lead guitarist Gary Rossington, Ronnie's brother and current lead singer Johnny Van Zant, and others contend that Street Survivors, the true story of the Lynyrd Skynyrd plane crash, based on recollections of former drummer Artemis Pyle, violated a 1988 consent order governing the use of the band's name.
The movie is not about Judy Van Zant. It's about her husband, who is one of the greatest prolific songwriters of our time.
I think this is a movie that will show Lynyrd Skynyrd and Artemis Pyle in a brand new perspective.
The story is about how bravely my band met their death. My band met their death. You know, with honor and courage. And that's what I want portrayed. Not about the money, not about Judy stealing millions of dollars or Vector Management and their asshole antics. It's about the band, the passion for the music. It's about how funny they were and the bravery that they met their deaths with. And that's what it is. Anybody got a tissue?
I get very emotional tears. You know, I get to the point of tears because talking about my friends and the events that happened, it just takes me back to that time, and it is emotional for me.
Seeing Artemis talk about it firsthand and get, you know, caught up in it was definitely brought reality to the situation of, you know, the depth of it.
I had no idea that they died in a plane crash. That was sort of not in my record of like band history. So I'm glad that we get to be a part of telling people that.
As actors and director and crew and stunts, production, we're going to do the best we can to, portray.
I want Judy and Gary and everybody involved, all the families, I want them to be proud of this movie. And yes, there's drinking, there's drugs, there's titties, excuse me, ladies, but that was the way it was in the late 60s and early 70s of rock and roll. There was just sex, drugs, and rock and roll, the summer of love.
I've been in 3 airplane crashes. When I was young, I was in a plane crash with my uncle, and the plane was unflyable when we got through, but I was a little kid and I thought it was fun. I was like, let's do that again. The second one was on a search and rescue mission in the Marines. We were looking for a downed pilot, and a helicopter dumped us out into the water and came down on top of us. And at the last second, the chopper got it diverted over to a beach and landed on the beach. But he hit hard, and they had to barge that helicopter out, so it was unflyable. I say the safest place in the world is on an airplane with me. What are the possibilities that I'm going to have a 4th airplane crash? Jared's great. He's working really hard on this. He spent a lot of hours. I had no idea what it takes to do a movie.
I think this story has never been told before, and it's definitely being told from a specific POV, and I think it's going to do Artemis justice and give the fans something that they've been wanting to hear for a while.
We're going to come together, we're going to make something great.
I think it's going to be amazing.
It's important for us to get it right, and we have to crunch a lot of gigs and a lot of time into the film. So there's a certain artistic license that Jared, and I told him, I said, take it, to be able to put certain events together. But the rest of the guys would hit almost anything that moved. But Steve Gaines was faithful, and I definitely want that portrayed, that Steve was not like the rest of us.
My name's Sam, I'm playing Steve Gaines.
Those guys get wild sometimes, but I got my beautiful wife Teresa, met her when I was 15, and I got my daughter Karina, and I tend to just take it easy, I like to smoke a little, have a little drink, but I usually call it at night much before those boys get too crazy.
I really had to push Artemis to provide more sexual encounters with groupies, because he was relatively chaste, the other guys were like dogs. I have quite a few stories about the other guys getting up to some disgusting behavior, but Artemis, for the most part, after most gigs, would go back to his hotel room and watch Gomer Pyle reruns and Andy Griffith reruns.
We got to get you guys a proper set of drums, man.
Are we in the right order too? We all stood in this order, yeah.
Well, now they come. Hold it. Let me show you how to come into this, because it's right on the beat. Well, now they call me the breeze. Gary had this thing where he would hold a cigarette right here, and he did this little thing with his leg. He would do this sometimes. Ronnie just kind of, he just stood there like that and sang, which is what I loved about Ronnie, because he wasn't hoochie-cooing around all over the stage trying to do little cute moves and all that stuff. Now all the stuff that comes out of Nashville is such tripe. A well deedle-deedle-dee and a deedle-deedle-doo, a deedle-deedle-dee and a deedle-deedle-doo. And all the country guys, they're all out there like rap artists. They're like doing all this rap stuff and grabbing their nuts, and they're, like rappers. They want to be rappers, but they're singing this country shit. And all the rednecks, they're like, man, that's great. I like the real country music, Patsy Cline, you know, and even Dolly Parton. I mean, she has a beautiful voice. She's an amazing lady.
I've only been playing bass for like 3 weeks, and so he takes the drums, and all of a sudden, you know, I'm jamming with a rock and roll Hall of Fame drummer. We just had a blast, and he's got so many incredible stories, and he loves to talk, and I love to listen to them.
I think we're really progressing, and that's all I'm really looking for.
Man. That's
You know,
us.
it's like living in a dream.
What's your name?
Pascal.
Pascal? And who are you playing?
Cinematographer.
Cool, this is fun. This is going to be entirely in-camera, vintage look. I'm actually going to the camera house right now to test some vintage Cooke anamorphic lenses. And they have a really beautiful kind of softness to them. The lenses were made in the time period of the film in the 70s.
Here we are, day 1 on Street Survivors. And action!
Yes, sir. We're low on fuel, and we're just about out of it.
So this is Capitol Records, where we have Aerosmith and their manager, who's evaluated the plane. Their manager, Aerosmith's manager, telling them that they've looked at the plane and it's bad, and rented out to some other suckers. And we have our Neil, professional Steve Tyler.
I'm Steven Tyler. Ready to rock and roll.
Well, everybody make sure you don't have any cell phones in your pockets.
So where are the girls? I need the girls.
Where are the girls at? I need 3.
Or fake cocaine, sugar alcohol. Sorbitol, that's what it's called.
It's Norditol.
Be like, look, Mom, I'm doing drugs.
But it's totally safe for you. You're not going to feel anything. It's totally great. It's just sugar alcohol.
What's this I'm hearing about the pilots passing a bottle of Jack Daniels around during the inspection?
So the pilots were kind of wasted. They were partying a little too hard. They were living the rock star life when they should have been living probably the pilot life.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, other than to rent it out to some other suckers, but my boys Aerosmith, they sure the hell ain't flying on it.
You haven't slept in 3 days, and you played 2 concerts, and you fucking, these girls have just followed you.
You want me to show you how to do it?
Dream on, dream on. Dream until your dreams come.
Dream on, dream on, dream on, dream on, dream on.
We did so many drugs. I'm still high.
And we didn't get on that plane, which was the best move that we all made.
That we're still alive, right? This is your story, you know, so, and that's why the opening scene, I think, is very important. When you say, the first line is, there's been many variations.
There's been many variations, accounts, and contradictions of the story, but I was there. This is something that shouldn't have happened, but it did. This story is more than about a plane crash. It's about the music of Lynyrd Skynyrd, the greatest Southern rock and roll band of all time.
I never lost consciousness in the whole crash. And it was about 11 seconds long. And that's a long time to be crashing. And I knew at the end, when everything came silent, that I had a job to do.
Hi, welcome to Street Survivors, day 2.
Here we are, day 2.
Day numero 2. Look at this hair. A stripper once told me I'd never go bald.
Well, we're here for the next 4 days with this building here. That's our hospital.
Doing a little driving, you know, driving Miss Daisy around on this truck right here, coming in a little hot, you know. We're trying to Tokyo drift this shit.
This is just the beginning stages. This is the jacket the blazer that was Steve Gaines that he found in the luggage area of the plane, and he grabs it to put it on.
You know, Lisa, who does the wardrobe, I think she did a stellar job. She also worked on Whiplash and did their wardrobe. So, I mean, we're in good hands.
He looks like the day after they crucified Jesus, but I give him a 20% chance of living.
Wow, how are you? Do you know what happened? Are you all right?
Here we are, day 3.
Day 3 on an amazing movie.
I'm still alive, not dead yet. We got great actors. Shout out to Cleopatra, Brian Pereira. We're making a great movie.
My name is Nick Chandler, and I'm playing Leon Wilkeson.
It was a rough landing. It started out pretty fun.
Leon was born in Rhode Island, but he grew up for most of the time in Florida. He did have a slight southern accent. I think he put it on a little bit more once he joined Skynyrd because the nature of the band.
Even though you're so fucked up, you still have time to get down for a cigarette.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you gotta have a cigarette after a really rough day.
We're shooting the hospital scene. Artemis is coming to visit Billy.
And so he was able to go to everyone's funeral. And so he wasn't beat up too badly.
This would be the first time I've seen him since the crash.
You know, it's gonna be a pretty emotional scene.
And it's a pretty emotional scene.
Terrible.
And try to channel that, everything that's been going on.
Hi, I'm Sierra Intasio, and I'm playing Leslie Hawkins. I was born in Atlanta, Georgia, so I listen to country music. Leslie was a horse barrel racer, which I found out, which I thought was pretty cool. She raced horses and would go at high speed out of the gate and then have to dodge around a barrel and go back in. So she was a little spitfire. She was actually in an accident before the plane crash where she broke her neck when she was 16. She was in a car crash with her boyfriend. So that was the first time she broke her neck, and then she broke it again in the plane crash. She just kept breaking her neck. Yikes.
I decided that the rest of the movie should be shot, every scene, as many as possible, in oneers.
Steady cam.
Steady cam.
Went too low too fast, coming too hot out of the driveway.
Oh, did somebody get hit?
That's what happens when you're not a stunt driver.
We're changing it a little bit. It's going to be a car crash instead of a plane crash, so it's just over. We're done.
It's just over. Yeah, that was the
End
movie.
credits.
End credits.
Roll credits.
My name's Julie Zimmer, and I'm playing JoJo Billingsley. JoJo was the only character that was not actually on the plane when it went down. She was in rehab at the time. So in a weird way, drugs saved her life. She had left the band at the end of August of 1977 to sort of go get help and recoup. And she didn't want to leave, but Ronnie asked her to go.
How many drugs do you have to take to get thrown out of the Lynyrd Skynyrd band?
From talking to Artemis, he didn't really go into specifics with that. I know she was drinking a lot. She definitely smoked a few doobies.
Today is day 5. This is our crazy hotel party. Things are getting broken.
So you come in, you tell Ronnie they're making a big
pay for this, you understand?
nice.
We got sex, drugs, and rock and roll, baby. 1970s.
How's it going? My name is Mario Rich. I'm the stunt coordinator on this awesome project. We can't wait to beat some people up.
I'm playing Hot Chick. Hot Chick.
Playing a groupie hot chick for Lynyrd Skynyrd.
I think this outfit is definitely 70s, to say the least. The color, the style.
This is my real hair, and I am perfect for this decade.
I enjoy every moment, because 70s. I'm born in the 60s, so I still remember a little bit of 70s, and it was so beautiful, the dressings and everything.
I'm in love with it, actually. Vest is mine. The boots, I love the whole thing.
I'm Mark DiPolito. I play Ron Eckerman, tour manager for Lynyrd Skynyrd. Ronnie, he wrote a lot from events that were happening, true experiences with the band. One of my personal favorites, as Ronnie, is T for Texas. But as Mark DiPolito, the actor, mine is, can you smell that smell, that smell? And that smell is about 2 of the band members had crashed their car in the same week before we were about to hit tour. Whiskey bottles, new cars, oak trees, getting wrapped around trees in their brand new cars, being drunk, quaaludes, whatever the case was.
So we're going to go inside right now to do this rehearsal. It's a very, very small room, so we can just try and keep all the chatter down while we're rehearsing this.
It's so hot in
Need
here.
some breeze up in there.
I'm sweating like a rapist.
Holy moly, it's toasty in there.
These Cooke S2 anamorphic lenses, there's only 2 sets of these in the world. I've been lucky enough to have one.
My name's Hudson Long, and I am playing Billy Powell, pianist for Lynyrd Skynyrd. But Billy was a huge jokester, but also the butt of the joke. Always eating, he's the heavy one of the group. And Ronnie was a bit of a father figure to him. Billy and Leon went to school together. They've known each other since 3rd grade. And Billy was a roadie for the band. So I was born and raised in southern Oklahoma, and I grew up playing a lot of Lynyrd Skynyrd music, a lot of Creedence Clearwater, Eagles. To get to be a part of something like this when I've just been a fan of this style of music for a huge part of my life is it's awesome.
Hi, I'm Lelia Symington. I'm playing Cassie Gaines in Street Survivors. She was a Broadway style singer. She was in one of the original Broadway productions of Hair, actually.
Oh, I came to meet the guys, Ronnie and the band, through my sister Cassie. She's a honkette. In 1975, she started going on the road with them. And I had my own group called the Okie Special. I was playing with the Detroit Wheelers and a couple other bands. And she kept pestering them to let me join the group or to try it on guitar. And I guess Ronnie liked my slide guitar so much that their sound guy they gave me a call 2 weeks later, and they asked me to join the band.
Well, it's my first day of shooting on the Lynyrd Skynyrd movie, and I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a real tribute to the band.
I'm Navarone Garibaldi. I'll be playing Gary Rossington. I'm from Los Angeles, born and raised here. Play music.
Navarone, he's a cool dude. He's a rock star. He looks like a rock star. His mom is Priscilla Presley, who was married to Elvis, and they just had their 50th wedding anniversary.
I play in a rock band. It's called Them Guns. It's kind of synth rock, kind of almost gothy.
I just think it's cool that he's playing Gary. Gary, I called Vector Management. I told them the right thing to do was for me to involve you in this. I tried. You had your chance. You shouldn't surround yourself with such sinister people. Gary is their cash cow, and they milk him dry. But I gave them their chance, and I love Gary, and I miss Gary, and I wanted him to maybe do a little cameo.
Ronnie's got, Ronnie down. I don't know, I can't even call him anything but Ronnie.
I could wear this every day.
Yeah, I really love my outfit.
The wardrobe is just dead on.
We're the Lynyrd Skynyrd groupies. I'm originally from Israel. I moved here to LA 11 years ago. I love Lynyrd Skynyrd. Well, I grew up on Hanson. Oh my God. There is a Hanson Day coming soon. I'm going to Oklahoma, so I did that, and I'm going soon again. It's been a year now.
You're driving all the way there to see Hanson?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's dedication.
I love music that inspire me.
I've never been a groupie, but I guess if you want to say Justin Bieber, when I was in middle school, when he first came out, I was definitely a groupie for him.
Vomiting, what the fuck?
Yes. I'm looking at myself right now in the reflection of the camera, and I feel like I'm back in 1970s, man. I feel like I belong here. As big of a smile as I can do with this mustache.
Do you guys feel like rock stars in there?
Man.
We feel like
You better believe it.
Feel like we're definitely going somewhere.
Yeah. I feel like $1 million. They have spared no expense. This is one of the best sets I've ever been on. They've put in a lot of work to try to recreate the magic of 1970s and what went on in this era. Cast and crew, everybody's really committed to this, the ambiance. I think y'all are going to really enjoy it.
Here we are on day 6. We're out here in New Hall Ranch. We got a very cool stunt. Johnny Moat shoots Artemis today, and it's going to be a great day. I just feel it.
What up, go? It's very early in the day. I'm not getting much sleep, but I'm good. I feel great. Terrence Malick is coming! Ah!
Terrence Malick presents Killdozer.
There's a lot of traffic on this secluded rural road.
We'll go once it's safe. Anybody got a problem with that?
Well, the problem is, every time it's safe, another construction. Beautiful. Cut. Moving on. Moving on.
Are we late? How many shots did we get off?
Well, I think you got. I think
got a couple shots
Jeff,
off, establishing shots.
You've successfully got more shots than we have. So
right now we're sitting in dog shit. We're waiting for something to shoot.
On the way to shoot the stunt, the car. Hopefully we'll actually be able to sell it.
Shooting a little car, crash, tail slide into some dirt, big explosions, detonation cruiser surrounding us. It's gonna be one shot, kind of $1 million shot straight up. Let's get some more explosives lined up for this shot.
He's gonna make sure I don't get hurt in that truck wreck.
Oh, we're gonna get hurt.
It's me. I'm in the truck crash. This is a majestic mane that you have here, man. It's pretty dope. That's really kind of you. I appreciate that. He's a nice guy. Still weird, dude.
We have the rehearsal. We treat this area as though it was a burning house. I'm gonna slam on my brakes and hit this embankment right here. If something happens, if the truck turns or anything like that, nobody runs into it except Mario, the first AD, and the medic. Those are the only 3 people that are allowed to come near me.
Ready to fuck shit up.
That's a fucking letdown. Blame me if you want, bro. Blame me if you want.
All my fault. I guarantee you no one else will do better in this car.
Artemis is gonna be watching that. He's like, that ain't what happened.
You can take your safety glasses off now.
You know, it's going all right. Keeping it moving. Some things working out great. Some things, you know, you gotta
Finesse.
finesse. There you go. That's the right word there. We're doing the best we can. I feel like it's gonna cut together very well. Action, action, action!
Hey! Hey! No! No! No, no, no! Yeah, guys, we have a Winchester 22 on set. This is a real 22, but it is unloaded. I've checked it.
It's hunting season.
Hey, this is Tim Casper playing Johnny Moat.
Johnny Smoke'em.
Who mistakes Artemis for an escaped prisoner or somebody dangerous, comes out and shoots him when he needs a lot of help.
Don't you take another step! Don't move!
Then my character Johnny brings him inside. He calls his family, and then we call the police, and then we take Johnny back to the plane sites.
My name is Michael Clayman, and I'm playing Ken Peden. Kenneth Peden. He was a roadie. He was a sound guy for Lynyrd Skynyrd. He's actually still alive. He looks like a fun guy, at least from his Facebook page. Regarding Artemis Pyle's account of what happened on the day of the crash, I did find some other information from the Odd Pod podcast, and they were interviewing survivors of the crash, and they interviewed my character. There's kind of a legend or the story that Artemis got shot by the farmer, and he said, no, I don't think that happened. The farmer fired in the air and kind of a warning shot.
And I gave him a warning shot.
There was actually a prison near that farm. He heard sirens or saw rescue vehicles kind of going to the area. So he assumed it was these convicts who had been escaped from the prison. And that's why the farmer had the shotgun in the first place, why he came out in kind of a defensive way and maybe fired a shot in the air. But Ken said, no, Artemis never got shot. But, you know, it's all kind of part of legend.
That's false information. He got shot. And this is the scene where he gets shot. Of course, no one wants to be the guy that said, I shot Skynyrd, I shot Artemis Pyle after a plane crash. Of course. But he shot him. He got shot. We know he got shot. Johnny Moat, you lied, Johnny Moat. You shot him. You shot him good.
And Gary had said on VH1 that I ran away from the plane crash because I was scared. I couldn't run. I didn't run away from anything because I had my injuries. Gary has said for years on television that I brought help back to the crash site. So what's changed? I mean, why is he saying that I, you know, because Gary said they knew where we were. No, they didn't. It was dark and there was no fire, no fuel, no nothing. So I led them back to the crash site. Gary knows that. But I said that his wife was a gold digger and Spin magazine, so Gary, the Vector Management trotted Gary out to say something bad about me. Yes, I was scared. No, I didn't run. And I came back. What difference does it make what frame of mind I was in when I left the crash? As long as I came back, which I did with help. I went up to Gary and I hugged him. I was facing 15 years in prison for a false charge. I was acquitted on all charges, but at that time I hadn't gone to trial. So I hugged Gary and I said, Gary, I whispered in his ear and I said, I love you, man, and I miss you. Gary backed away from me, got down on one knee in front of me, took my right hand and kissed the back of my right hand on his knee in front of everybody in Jacksonville. He said the same thing down on one knee. He goes, Artemis, I love you, man. Never mind all that stuff on TV. You know, I miss you. And I pulled him back up and I whispered in his ear, I said, Gary, you don't have to do this. And he said, yeah, I do, man. And we hugged it out.
This will probably never end up in the, and you don't have to answer anything, you know. He seems to be the black sheep of the original, like nobody likes him, you know, and he kind of tried to explain how, you know, people were coming to him and apologizing. Is Artemis a sketchy character or what? Well, just give us your, let's keep this fluffy. Just say you met Artemis and
I met the real Artemis Pyle at the table read, and he was nice enough to give everybody in the cast his phone number. So I actually called him yesterday and spoke with him on the phone. It's 40 years later. So much has happened between him and the Lynyrd Skynyrd band that is, you know, the current band. When he was talking to me about the girls and the band, that was the time of his life. And he absolutely loved everybody he was working with. And I don't really feel like there are hard feelings there. I genuinely believe he loves everybody. And even though Lynyrd Skynyrd today is not the same Lynyrd Skynyrd it was back then, it kind of is what it is, and he's accepted that.
I'll buy it.
There's a certain animal that hides. There's certain animals that you see occasionally, but when looked upon, they go in the ground. There's another word for them, and it's called a mole. It's called a mole. There might be one on this set. And I love animals. But around here, we don't take kindly. We don't take kindly, Mr. Leroy. You know that game? I think it's called Whack-a-Mole. But it is day 7, Mr. Leroy. It is day 7.
My name is Rob, and we're at 64 Sound in Highland Park. The studio itself was built in the late 70s. It sat here dormant for 30 years. Called the owner. He asked what we wanted to do with it. We said build a studio, and he's like, it's already a studio. Got in here. It was all like this. Yeah, we turned it into a working recording studio again. The recording console in there is original. This old equipment is super cool and vibey, and people come here specifically for it.
I think we're in the studio today.
Yeah.
Should be fun.
Got the groupies. Woohoo! Say hi, ladies.
Today we're shooting a studio scene.
So we'll be singing.
Yeah, and we call up Artemis and we're like, hey man, come join the band.
Yeah.
See? Perfect. I'm Waverly Richards and I'm really into the 70s vibe. But I love music and I love traveling and just having fun and dancing and good looking people.
All of the equipment here is super fragile, especially the microphones. Please do not touch them without talking to me or Bob.
Are we ready? All right, let's do this first one. All right, we got a joint for these ladies?
Can a girl get a joint?
Not that we condone the use of narcotics.
No. Lynyrd Skynyrd never has and never will do marijuana or drugs.
We're so uneducated about them, we don't even know what to call them.
Yes.
Right.
That's what I hear it's called on the street.
Right, on the streets.
On the streets.
We are street survivors
rough
after
streets.
all. We
Yes.
survived.
We
the streets.
survived.
Well, not.
I
did.
Where's the urgency?
It's already happened, baby.
Like a little jam session just
We'll roll on that just so we have it.
That's fine.
We need some joints. We need some cocaine. We need some cocaine. We need some joints. We need some alcohol.
Cocaine? What does it do? It turns all your bad feelings into really, really good feelings. I reckon I'd like to try me some of that cocaine.
Beer and Jack Daniels. Other illicit substances are welcome.
I'm gonna need some titties to do some coke off of.
Navarone has requested some titties to do coke off. More crazy, rock it out, rock out.
They want to hear me though. They've been craving it.
No, they were hearing it.
Ex-boys, they want to hear me sing Freebird.
Well, we're doing Freebird tomorrow.
All right.
Taylor would be hard on the other band members. I wouldn't necessarily step in, but you know, I would lay it down, and it never got physical. But then in the recording studio, we're improvising, and then he crosses the line. So I stepped in. All the other actors kind of knew that we weren't going to go to blows, but I could tell that the background really thought that something went down and that that we were about to get in a fist fight.
Do not take off Ronnie's hat. It belongs on his head and only on his head. Thank you.
It's a rock concert. If you don't know what a rock concert is, you can Google it.
No, you can't. You don't have a phone in.
We don't have time for that.
Nobody better have a phone on them. If I see a camera or a phone or anything, I'm taking it. I'm selling it on Craigslist.
In about 10 minutes, we're going to do a stunt rehearsal up here of a brawl that happened at a concert. Apparently factual is that at some point, Artemis, during a concert, saw a fight and actually jumped off the stage to break it up. So we're going to recreate that. So one of the challenges about this scene, stunt-wise, is that we'll have about 100 extras in the crowd who are very excited about the band. Anytime there's a fight in a stage, they get excited about that too, but we need to keep them safe.
Burn it down! Gordon's alive?
Stay quiet. We need the room to stay quiet. Thank you.
That is the man right there from the real Lynyrd Skynyrd band.
Hey, I'd like to just say one thing real quick while we've got a break. I want to thank all of you for being involved in this. This story should have been told a long time ago. And I was on that airplane. I walked out and got help, brought help back to the crash site. All of these scenes are very familiar to me, and I really mean it from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate all of you being involved and doing this. I just want to say everybody looks great. I feel when I look out and see the faces, I do remember playing for 100,000 people back in stadiums back in the days. I hope you're having a good time. The only thing that's missing is somebody smoking a big fat joint.
We wanted to play live. That wasn't doable. And I know that now, but that was a little disappointing because we had really put in the effort to be able to play these songs.
We went to a brewery the other night after set, and there was a cover band playing Sweet Home Alabama. And we wanted so badly to just like climb over the fence and like tap them out and just sing instead of them. Like, we got this, guys.
I urged to do my own stunts. I really wanted that. I wanted to feel a little bit. I felt like I needed to. And I want to do the jump stunt too.
And
boys settle down on it. Don't hurt him. Don't hurt him. I like it. Give it up for Artemis Paul on drums, baby.
Action, and the girls started, yeah, and they're going like that, and shit, like this, you know, and the security guys are going, you know, woohoo, get back, you know, trying to act, and cameramen, there's one now. Look, he's right inside that camera. He's right there. Everybody was dressed in 70s. They had bell bottoms. The girls were taking off their halter tops and twirling them like this, you know, and I was like, well, that's the way it was. It looked like a field full of locusts. Wow. You know, it was just everything, everybody up and down, and the whole crowd is jumping in unison.
The energy was incredible. You guys nailed it. Give it up for this band, everybody.
Now, with a lot of the people that come to see me, it's maybe their cell phone, you know.
Yeah, oh yeah, sure.
My stash.
There you go.
They brought me a doobie. There's somebody holding their arm up for me.
Doing this very cool like morphing shot that goes from the actor to the real Artemis Pyle. So it's a kind of a trick shot that I think will be pretty cool.
I'm playing Dean Kilpatrick. Well, I'm the assistant road manager, and I'm the guy to make sure that everything gets done. Anyone that needs anything, I'm the guy. People tell me I look like Brandon Fraser. I can see it.
I play Ed King.
Ed King,
yeah,
yes.
lead guitar player. Well, other than Alan Collins.
All right, Ziggy, what's going on?
Oh, it's Union Day. As you can see, we're at Union.
He's running.
Huh?
He's running.
I gotta go to the test
Go ahead, action. Huh? What's going on? This is for the BTS.
Well, this is a stupid thing, though.
No, I'm not going to do it. All right.
You know, we have all day Friday. There are a bunch of people.
We're not striking. We're fucking band. We play music. That's what we do. We're here for the fucking music. Let's go. Let's make it happen.
We just want to make a movie. Cocksucker, motherfucker, pieces of shit. You are motherfucking pieces of shit.
Thank you for taking care of
All right, guys, we're in. All right.
You fucking clapping. Fuck you. Thank you so much.
Someone just told me that. Fucking put that fire out right now. Lucy told me up front it was a volunteer. So what are we doing?
Back in.
All right.
So this time, both cameras are going to be moving through the crowd. You guys can talk, you can chill. The band's going to play. You guys are just at a bar having a good time back in 1974.
Yeah. This is a new invention called a cellular device. It's from the future.
Cool. So here's Ronnie. Yeah. Ronnie took his girl.
Ronnie, you gotta go.
Oh, hey,
man.
Hey, she's mine. Fuck. He just slammed him up against the wall. I take any girl I want. Knocks him down. Punches this guy once.
These things happen. all I would do is just get in between them.
Yeah.
You know, and try to stop it. But I wouldn't like jump on you and start.
Yeah.
I don't think he would say, "I'll take whoever I want to."
Yeah. That's the way I kind of.
Ronnie would say something more like, "Okay, who do you want to be with, me or him?" Like that, you know.
So there was a time when Billy was arguing with a manager outside of Ronnie's room, and Ronnie comes outside and starts kind of getting in the middle of it, and Billy tells him to mind his own business, and Ronnie knocks his tooth out. So, I mean, that tells you a little bit about Ronnie, maybe not so much about Billy.
So we're at a huge party scene. We got 100 extras, stunt people, and Ronnie's getting mad at everybody, as usual.
Saw Ronnie lose his shit. It was pretty great. He's a fucking great actor.
I've been giving you the time of day throughout. I mean, I've pretty much been working on Ronnie Van Zant, and I haven't had time to really talk to you. And now Ronnie doesn't talk to the press to begin with, so I considered you to be press. With you in the press, I kept putting my hand, so I just wanted to say that I'm glad I finally get to sit down with you, you know, and say a couple of words about my fellow castmates and production.
Ronnie isn't the most likable guy. I mean, he's kind of a hard-edged guy.
Well, I mean, he is a likable guy. What do you mean he's not a likable guy?
Lighten him up, make him more fluffy for an audience or something.
Well, no, I mean, he's a likable guy. I mean, hell, I wouldn't be doing the Ronnie Van Zant if he wasn't a likable guy. I mean, he's a wonderful man. He's a man that anybody, I've learned so much from him. Quite frankly, I don't give a fuck, to be honest. I don't care. I mean, that's just your own opinion. I mean, you're going to interpret it different just like everybody else.
Artemis Pyle has talked about the Van Zants and the blood-sucking leeches and the lawyers. Do you think this movie is in danger of never getting finished or never getting seen?
Pause it for a second. I feel like that's kind of a waste of a good man's time to really like pay attention to stuff like that and really think about the negatives of it all. I mean, I just don't. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's the way I see it. Now, I mean, would I be devastated? Yeah. Who wouldn't? There's a lot of hard work put into this. Each one of these individuals have done. I mean, I'd be upset. I don't fucking know. All right, delete all this, dude. All right.
Where the magic happens.
The making of Street Survivors.
Street Survivors. Dun, dun, dun.
It's like that scene from Anchorman, walking through San Diego.
You know, this act's, it's not for Jared. He's a great guy to work with. He's a great director. I've never wanted to physically harm him in my life.
Got Martin Scorsese on the set today. Val Kilmer, pleasure to have you on the set. I loved you in Superbad. Just kidding.
Johnny Smokes, has Artemis in his truck. We flagged down the rescue squad, so we're waving them all to the crash site so everybody get taken care of. Hopefully we can save a few folks. Cool, I hope they all start up at the same time.
Today we're scuffling through this field at a high speed, trying to go as fast as I can, but coming up on the crash.
You go and help them. You help them.
They're off camera.
The ambulance is for them. Get them in the ambulance.
I got to drive and fishtail in the dirt, something I've always wanted to do without somebody telling me, slow down and wear your seatbelt. Working with great actors, great directors, it's been a great experience for me.
I'm playing Agent Wallace, DEA Agent Wallace. We found something suspicious in the luggage. We're here to get to the bottom of it.
So I'm in this armory and I'm picking up, you know, all of these fragrances that are my friends. And then these cops are trying to bust me for heroin because they think this ginseng, the Korean Panax, which I use for energy instead of speed. You know, the rest of the guys would take like Black Beauties and Trucker Uppers and all this stuff. But I like the ginseng. And it just pissed me off.
It's a root extract. It's completely legal.
Ginseng.
Yeah, ginseng. Look into it.
We'll look into it.
Am I free to go?
My friends just were killed before my eyes, and they're trying to bust me on some stupid... So, you know, I got really pissed off.
Day 12, plane crash day. We have a plane that is in pieces, and this is Artemis discovering dead people. It's like the Sixth Sense. He sees dead people, but they're really dead. This is a pretty big scene. I wish we had a week to film this scene.
Hi, my name is Summer. I am in the art department. I am a set dresser on the film Street Survivors. We brought in a plane, as you can see.
It was a plane crash, all right?
We purchased it from someone. They cut it up into pieces for us, and we actually, in pieces, transported it on a flatbed truck, a big 18-wheeler. And we had a crane come in between the trees and lift it all the way up and place them in place, and we had to move some of the pieces around and everything, but for the most part we had to use this giant crane that got stuck in the ground because the ground we were working on was a little too soft for it and everything, so it was kind of an ordeal. We bought it from a private seller, and he actually cut it up for us himself, which was amazing. Eve, our production designer, matched up as close as possible. We have very specific photos from the actual crash that we were modeling our set off of, and she wanted to be very true to the actual crash, and we've gotten pretty darn close. And after we're wrapped, we might have to scrap it completely, considering that we don't really have anywhere to keep a plane.
I mean, that's a hell of an expensive amount of copper in that airplane there.
Jib's coming down. Watch your back, please.
This is the stupid jib arm.
No, super.
Super, oh. This is the super jib arm. We're gonna see everybody dead today.
On your cue. Feel the pain. Feel the fucking pain.
I'm in a little piece of wreckage about the size of a car. I pushed through the floorboard to get out through the jagged metal, and I cut myself up pretty bad. But even though the fact that we knew there was no fuel, you still think something's gonna blow. When Crutchmeyer said, I can't get out, I forced my way back up through the wreckage.
I'm coming back.
Threading myself back up in there to where I could help Don get his leg over this chopped off sapling tree.
Please do not miss this. We only have one shot, one opportunity.
I'm gonna seize the opportunity like Eminem seized it back in the 90s.
All right, let's do it. That was pretty good.
Good.
That log was fucking sturdy as shit.
Yeah.
It really was.
Sounded like it took a while.
What cut you in, the log or the metal?
The log hit me.
Oh.
Yeah, I think.
All right, we got
You
it.
don't have to do it again, right?
You don't have time to do it again.
We're good to continue.
Give me a yell. Give me a fucking yell.
All right, now you're gonna get up. You're gonna get up and then trek on to the next. All right.
You don't need Ian for any of this.
I thought he said he was okay.
He is, but production still wanted to.
It's not gonna be 30 minutes to stitch him up.
3 stitches on the breakable log. That was hard to tell whether it was real blood or fake blood.
When did that get signed off on?
Jib's coming down. Watch your heads, please.
We just lost our whole day.
Just keep moving forward, you know?
Let's get Cassie here and just get the jib moving before we cut inside the fucking thing, okay?
Okay.
Let's get Cassie here now. Why am I just hearing about this now? Who signed off? Did Ian say
Producers,
that?
man.
But he refused. He refused.
Yeah, but.
Can I get you to sign this real quick?
Oh yeah.
This is just from
Help
earlier.
waiver?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
sure.
then also just
Don't
like
worry, I
address
make
and
so
stuff.
much money. I could take care of this myself.
You know, we have money going down the drain. That's all we have.
We have torn up buttholes.
Medic. We don't need no medic. You get hurt, you bleed. We're boning our whole day.
All right, this is poison oak right here. So stay clear from this area right here. Just another day, you know?
I did find a podcast where Kenneth Peden, he was a roadie. He talked about the crash for a while, actually. He talked about it for about 20 minutes. He was in I think an aisle seat, and Cassie Gaines had gotten up to go to the front of the plane when they started having the troubles. And she went to the front of the plane to find out what was happening. And as she was racing back, he got out of his seat and moved over one so that she could get in quicker. And of course, Cassie Gaines ended up dying in the crash, and he did not. He said that for a long time that kind of haunted him, actually. He said at the last moments he had taken a blanket, put it in his lap, and buckled the seatbelt really tight and grabbed it underneath his knees, where Cassie had maybe panicked, or maybe the adrenaline, or maybe she was trying to go talk to somebody, had actually kind of unbuckled her seatbelt at the last moment and started to stand up.
One of the things I heard from one of the research guys was that Cassie stood up, kind of like right around impact,
Cassie was crushed in a huge piece of wreckage this way.
I know she was sitting right in front of Artemis, and I think she died pretty instantly.
I was mad at Billy for saying stuff that wasn't true that got everybody upset. Because Billy had said on VH1 that Cassie died in my arms with her throat cut. It upset the family. Her throat wasn't cut. She died on impact. Billy just got it wrong. So she was right in front of me. And Billy Powell had said that he heard her screaming. And I absolutely know that she was killed on impact. She was crushed. At the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, when the night we were inducted in the Hall of Fame, Billy and I had our moment where he hugged me, I gave him a hug, and that was all water under the bridge.
Now there's a lot of luck involved in it, I'm sure, and I think his seat even ripped up out of the plane and kind of knocked around a bit. But Kenneth Peden, he did survive with really only pretty minor injuries, and he was one of, he traveled with Artemis away from the crash site. It was Artemis, Ken Peden, and Mark Frank, and they all traveled to the nearby farmhouse. After the crash, he went and got his pilot's license because he never wanted to be put in this position again. So, survivor though, on Facebook. Well, it could be my fault.
Are you done for today?
I haven't started yet. Yeah, I was like tucked away, I guess.
2 pilots made a few mistakes, and everybody paid for it.
I'm Will Jordan. I'm playing John Gray, the co-pilot.
I'm Tom Jenkins. I'm playing Walter McCreary, pilot.
Walter McCreary was straight lace. He was a very, business-like as a pilot.
I'm glad to play the more sensible pilot in this movie.
John Gray was more like a truck driver.
I saw Lynyrd Skynyrd. I saw them when I was in high school, 1975 or 1976. That was the biographer, Dean Goodman, sent me some ticket stubs from that era, so it was 1975 in Charleston, West Virginia. It was a great live concert. They are great live. I mean, tremendous musicians and tremendous energy. And I never thought that I would be here doing this, that's for sure.
Today we killed our 2 pilots, expert pilots. Well, we didn't kill them. They kind of killed themselves. But we had this gentleman over here surrounded by poison oak. Just kidding, we cleared it. Tom here, who played Walter, we had him hanging in a tree, and that is how Artemis found him. So we've had 2 different stunt doubles for Artemis. They're both named Jacob. We're going to release the alligator after he's in the water.
Okay, sorry, I blew it.
No, there are no alligators. No alligators at all.
I'm deathly scared of alligators, so
yeah.
That was. Whew.
Action! That's the real shit. Just shot the fucking realest shit on this entire show right here.
I'm just doing my best to portray the heroic effort that Artemis did in real life, and that work is minimal in comparison. It's been a good day, I'd say.
And Pascal's sprinting right next to me. He's holding a camera. He's putting his own health at risk the entire time. The dedication with this guy. He'll climb up a 12-foot ladder and nearly smash his face on an airplane wing because he wants to get that shot.
Are you okay? I'm okay. Wow. Thank you. I didn't know we had a stunt though. Fucking sinkholes.
Are you okay, Pascal?
Yeah, I'm good.
Guys keep real
Is
close
the
to that
sinkhole
bridge.
good?
Yeah. Another emotional day.
Not right now.
Welcome to day 13, I believe. We have our
leave the
plane
plate,
right
leave
here.
the plate on the table.
We are on set, and look at this. If you have not noticed, I am wearing a Lynyrd Skynyrd hat. He gets off, and we track him, and we get his look right through the glass.
And we see all the guys.
Yeah, we see the guys. That's what we're doing. It's a big jib. There's a plane coming. Look at that.
I'm playing Artemis's dad, Clarence Pyle,
And I actually died when he was a kid in a plane crash myself, and he sees me appear as like an apparition just before getting on the plane.
Hi, I'm Christina St. Peter, and I'm playing Patricia Pyle. Lynyrd Skynyrd is some music that I've grown up with. I'm actually, like I said, from Florida, so as they are. Production value of this film is amazing. Every day when I come on set, I'm amazed to see the planes and to see, you know, the Jeep that I drive and the houses that we get to go in and the wardrobe that we're in. It's really all thought out. I love the interior of the house. It just brought me back. I felt like I was in the Brady Bunch house. It was insane. One of the hazards of shooting in an airport is that there's planes and helicopters flying all over, like the one you just saw, so you always gotta be super safe.
I pay a lot of money for being in front of my hangar. Nobody asked me to use the front of my hangar. You are keeping me from accessing this runway, which is my right on this airport. All right, you're getting my face.
No, not you actually stepped in my face.
I can do all I want because I want my airplane out of here, and you're in my way. Get out of my face now.
We're backing up the cars right now so you can get your airplane out.
I don't have. You're asking me to be inconvenienced because you got something to do.
No, we paid for this fucking location.
You didn't pay anything for this location.
Okay, I'm sorry to swear.
Paid for a location over there. Get your fucking plane, walk away. Okay? Fly safely, sir.
I wish I had a machine gun.
That he wishes he had a machine gun.
Hey, stop it. Not to shoot anybody, to make oh no, just that's not something to fucking say.
He's fucking right.
Okay? Okay, guys. All right.
Well, no, you meant it that way. I heard it that way. Yeah.
I got it on tape.
You just threatened his life, which is illegal, sir.
Yeah, you did. I'm just going to go there.
You've got 50 people that just heard.
Oh, I want a man's life.
All right, guys. Let's all.
Whoa. You know, I'm out of here.
Tell that to the
Get out of my hangar.
Guys, we don't need to
Did I threaten anybody? No, I did not.
You got 50 people here that heard that.
I'm just going home because I don't need this shit.
You got it all on tape.
Let it go and leave it.
One man.
Let it go and leave it.
You see that? You see that? We got you on camera.
And so you know. It ain't worth it, guys.
Let's let it go.
He was playing games, though.
But let's let it go. He's getting here for
He got played by his own game and he lost.
You gotta be careful. Comes back with a machine gun, it's gonna be bad.
We all have a choice whether we want to be adults in this situation or not. If he wants to be a child, let him be a child.
You know what? I'm a movie director. I chose that career so I can stay childlike as long as possible.
Well, apparently he's good friends with the owners of the airport, and he called them this morning, and they assured him everything would be fine for him to fly today, and that's why he was in a bit of a hullabaloo when he showed up.
Dude, I'm gonna machine gun you, Chris, to make a joke like that again.
They're not funny.
Look, sometimes these things happen.
I think there he goes.
So regarding the plane, it was, you know, Aerosmith at first. They passed on it. This was Jerry Lee Lewis's old plane, and we figured if he's been riding around it for years, no problems, then we could. And this plane was promised that you could land it anywhere besides the mountains in the forest. And unfortunately, that's where our circumstance ended up, in the forest at the swamp. When they fired up the engines, it would plume out a big black plume of smoke, and it was loud, and it definitely caused a degree of concern that put everybody on edge, and obviously shook everybody. Got to get these guys on a plane. Ronnie didn't want anybody to split up. I got to go with what I got. If we could do it all over again, obviously there would have been different choices. The problem was the plane simply ran out of gas. It would have been good had those guys just done the stick check. You physically take a stick and you push it down into that tank, and you get a physical measurement on that stick of how much fuel you have left. It was common practice. These guys didn't do it. He was supposed to transfer the fuel and ended up dumping the fuel, and we already had one engine out. As soon as he dumps the fuel, both engines out. Dead silence.
We ran out of gas. You just don't think you're going to do that in an airplane.
It's a big moment for you guys. Your first plane coming at you.
We have gone all over the place in outer Los Angeles, and these locations are amazing. I mean, this plane that apparently used to be like Cary Grant's charter plane, and Marilyn Monroe flew in it, and all these cool people.
For the record, I am not racist. This is about the music of the South. Not racist. I'll say boom.
Ooh.
And then John, you say this plane can ride one engine for a while. I've seen it. Plus, it can glide plenty. And then that's when Artemis like shakes his head, gives a reaction, and then goes back in the cockpit. And then goes back in the cabin. Is that clear?
But I'm at 20,000 feet. It feels so good. Finally, some air.
All right. So are we ready to shoot? The engine is stuttering. You're going down. You're gulping. You're scared. And then on your own cue, as you're hitting the trees, and you're fucking hitting the trees, and then bam, you're dead. Someone tell the site rep to turn that thing off.
This is the third time we've set off a fire alarm at a location because we've used more fog on this show than has rolled through the San Francisco Bay.
We need the doors open, this fog, so I gotta get out of here before I can reset it.
Because I know they're not going to want to pull out the fog.
No, we're rolling on this shit.
We're looking at
gonna put on a
monitor
fucking
and
lens,
shots looking-
put on a tire lens on A, and let's fucking roll. I don't care about this audio. And give me some throttle pulling. Cut and then action. Then pick it up. The cut and then it. You think even with a bullhorn, nobody can hear it. Rotate the fucking thing to the left.
Have him steer the plane to the left.
Have one camera be aggressive and one camera be calm. There we go. Make it real dramatic, yeah. Cut. All right.
A little hectic when we have a situation there. Actors on strike. You know, they want more money. Fuck. We have to shoot it ASAP, you know.
Oh, I can't comment on that. I'm not allowed to comment on that.
So sound is suffering, you know, because I cannot boom. It's so hectic, you know. I did my best, you know.
No, I don't think we're allowed to talk about that on camera.
Actress demands.
Yeah. You know.
Nope, that's not my department.
I've already gotten enough hot water about it, so we'll find out.
This is my Hearts of Darkness kid.
This is your Hearts of Darkness. It's a pretty good movie.
Conrad, dude.
He's talking about the documentary about the filming of Apocalypse Now.
This is serious shit. It's enough to make some of the band buy tickets. They do not want to get back on this plane, so.
Take like 20 seconds of
Stiff.
just being stiff and like looking at each other, and
Like shit.
the party stops.
Who needs a hazer?
You sure?
I'm not gonna lie, my third day in there, you know, all day, the second half of the day really caught up. I don't know if it was like what I ate, but breathing all that in, you know, you really feel, and plus the stress of the scene, right? We're all about to die.
Whenever you get a bunch of fake cigarettes all in one small space, you're gonna be craving for oxygen, because that's all we had was smoke back there.
It smells like an attic in there.
Hey, Shmi, you got a shot?
How hot is it in this cabin?
Hotter than Ronnie? How hot is it?
Fresh Frog Fox and Forest Fire.
That's it.
Thanks, Ronnie.
Slash West Jackson.
All I know is try being in a briar patch in a fat suit.
I would say the claustrophobia in the airplane is not a challenge, but an opportunity to convey the emotional constraint the characters are feeling inside the airplane. And there's only so many places the camera can go, so it really puts more weight on the actors.
Today we fight. I can speak for nobody else but myself. I will survive. See these hands? There will be blood on them.
Rolling!
You took the lob off of it? It's fucking sound.
Here it is, but I just don't have.
It's like jarble.
You're giving me a hard time, you know. Don't roll the sound. How can I fucking know? It's fucked up.
Jared's gonna come up to talk about that.
Then we get a 2-shot, and then we jump on in to get one.
Okay, everybody can do them. Just get a conveyor belt going. Here you go, Leon.
Get in your seats. Get in your seats. Ronnie, get in your seat. Isn't this like the plane's like going down now?
Yeah,
like we are just
so
as a, like when we do like more people, I think I mean we gotta like raise that intensity. The other one was like
Okay, so
we're looking at it like
down.
it's the first 3, 2, 1. We're going to die. We're going to die. We're gonna fucking die. Get in your seat. Get in your seat.
We're dead.
Fucking dead. Get your seatbelts on. Get your run.
I'm drunk. Keep going, guys. It's good. Keep going.
Get in your seat.
We're going down fucking trees!
We're all dead.
God damn it!
Oh, shit. God damn.
You're gonna have to
Fucking hit my head right on it.
I'll meet you at the doors down there, guys.
Hair got stuck.
Well, it might be unusable. I mean, I don't know.
No, I'll take that guitar.
And then Canyon's buying drinks.
What?
We're about to die. We're gonna lose.
Being at 2 cameras, we'll bounce around to each of you guys. Yeah, it's like the final moment.
It's my last scene. It's my last moment of being alive in the film, and I just wanted to do it justice.
Tomorrow's the big chaos day where we're throwing people around. Today we were doing a little bit of that, but tomorrow's gonna be the big day. So I think we got some good stuff. You saw me throw into things.
Yeah, perfect. Got that perfect.
I'm setting a reminder in my phone right now. Throw rubber props during crash sequence.
I gotta know what's about to happen, or else I might not get it.
Oh, did you get it?
I don't know. I need like an act. I mean.
All right, that's the catch.
Sorry, did you get hurt?
No. I didn't know it was about to be thrown, so I don't know if I got it. I was looking away to do something before I can get set, and then usually there's an action that happens, and then we go. But I don't know.
Oh, I got one more.
Tyler, start moving. I need the
Feels like we're making an
4K
airplane
to be
now. Like
moving,
money
and I need
flies
2
and a
parts
girl
to be
runs by topless in slow motion.
Action!
Welcome to the plane. A lot of people died in here.
Meanwhile, the pressures of cinematography were too much for him. Pascal had a complete mental breakdown and had to be removed from the set.
I'd say if you want to be a cinematographer, change your career and don't waste your time going nowhere. The cameras these days, it's pretty simple. You press the red button.
We're shooting on the Alexa Mini, probably the hottest camera in the industry right now, but with no DP behind the camera, no operator, where the fuck are you, right?
I don't even think a cinematographer should even be on the call sheet anymore. It should be a camera operator and a director. I honestly plan on sleeping on set today, and I'm sure no one will notice. That's why I'm hiding back here. If you'll excuse me.
Has everybody got my strep throat? Did I spread it everywhere?
You better not spread it to me.
No.
Here we are. It's the last day of filming Street Survivors. It's a bittersweet moment. We've all become such good family and friends and love each other.
It's cool. I'm gonna be sad that it's over.
You just feel the love all over the set every single day.
Have you made any lasting friendships on this one, or are you done with these people?
I'll know these people for the rest of my life now.
I'll be friends with every single one of these guys for the rest of my life. Every one of these guys. Even Jared.
We're all buds. I'm excited for the rap party.
Finally got the groove, and it's on the last day, which is unfortunate.
Now I got to go back to my boring life, and start trying to find the next job.
I'm gonna know you idiots for the rest of my life.
What happens when you're in line with the hunkettes and you're all auditioning for the next role? Are you going to be pulling each other's hair out?
No, I don't think any of us would be called in for the same stuff. Luckily. Otherwise,
This is at the moment, the actual moment of the crash. We've got 2 guys on wires. We've got air cannons, tons of debris. The stunt guys are doing the wire work. The actors are just sort of going down and taking falls on crash pads with elbow pads and knee pads.
We've designed various pulls inside of this plane. Guys hitting the ceiling, people
being wrenched into the side of the plane.
Should be make for a nice little sequence.
The plane coming to a dead stop and having a bunch of bodies lurching forward through the plane, unfortunately to their demise.
Today is all about death. We killed Ronnie. We killed Dean Kilpatrick, ironically. We're killing Cassie now, and then today is... Right?
What's that?
Someone got killed right there. Today is the day of death.
This is our stunt team for our last day of Street Survivors.
I get thrown up into the corner of the plane.
Between them, they doubled 12 people, pretty much. Everyone on the plane.
Yes.
Ian's one of my favorites, man. He really is. He's the fucking leader. He's awesome to photograph, easy to work with. A true OG, a true fucking filmmaking collaborator.
That is a picture wrap on the members of Lynyrd Skynyrd.
That's a wrap.
Woo! That is a picture wrap on Street Survivors. Thank you very much.
Well, hopefully it will come out. Good answer. Hopefully.
I know the rave when you bet 100.
I was looking through my records last night and I found Street Survivors, and I open it up and there's a gatefold and you can see all, like, the band is kind of pictured in these close-ups of the band, and I was amazed. I was able to pick each one of them out and be like, oh, there he is, boom, that guy's playing Ronnie. And they've done a great job of finding guys that look like these guys and seem to be like really good actors. So it was very exciting. So I brought that record today, and I had the band sign by their character. So it was a really fun thing to just sort of find that in my records and be able to do that.
There was also a lot of heart and a lot of like camaraderie and brotherhood among the guys, and like a family, really. So that's what I hope comes across, like amidst all the sort of like bar fighting and like tussling and groupie love, that it comes across that like they were a family.
I'm going to play drums till I'm 100, and then I'm going to switch to stand-up comedy.
I can't wait to see this movie.
Oh, yeah. Was I there?
Yes, you were.
Was I having a good time?
You were having a good time. Yes, sir.
I think next time I'm going to write a book about Miley Cyrus or someone like that.
Vomiting, what the fuck?
Yes. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. In the words of Ronnie Van Zant, give me 3 steps, I'm out of here, see you back in Sweet Home Alabama, and don't forget, fly on Free Bird. And scene.
Wise man told me when I was young, stay on the straight and narrow, don't be a crooked son. So I came out like a smoking gun. I had to be alone and on the run.
just going home because I don't need this shit.